Hi everybody, welcome to Big Eye Golf and welcome to NEWQUAY. I know, it's NEWQUAY. I've got an umbrella, I'm probably going to need it. Today is a little bit different. We're trying out the new camera. Hopefully this will be okay. I don't know. First time I've ever picked it up, let alone done anything else with it. And we're here with GILL, PGA Pro here, head pro here. Fantastic player and a fantastic coach. And he has taken Neal Allen, our Neal Allen from the channel, under his wing. So I'm going to be a bit of a fly on the wall video today. Not going to get too close, let him carry on. This is Neal's first lesson in many, many years, and hopefully it'll be the start of not a journey with Neal, but a new way of trying to get his game better. Let's go and watch, if the weather holds. So lads, we've already done the lesson, but miracle of editing, and we're going to do this quick because it's going to rain. Again. I'm in NEWQUAY. So I want you to do the intro for me. So discuss what you were saying on the buggy that I never saw. Make sense?
Yeah. So I think, so I firstly asked Neal what the problem was. Said it went from hitting a pull shot to the last few weeks. It's kind of got a bit of a curve to the right, so it's got a two-way miss, which is obviously difficult. Strike's been out a little bit, but out the toe. So obviously as soon as anybody says to me I have a two-way miss, it indicates quite clearly that there's some kind of disconnection going on by some point. Generally it's the arms, which with Neal today it was, but sometimes it could be the body. It's how the body moves and works and reacts and stuff. So yeah, I think we just kind of needed to get to the bottom of, let's get the ball going one way if and when we're going to miss it, because we're always going to hit bad shots. Let's get it going one way, and then from there with Neal as well, we've talked about when we did a fitting with Dan, is just trying to bring that ball flight down a bit, wasn't it? Yeah. If we can get those two things going straight off the bat, then obviously we're going to be doing all right.
Sounds good to me. So we'll crack on with the lesson. This may be a two-part lesson. It may be a whole just hour long. Fly on the wall thing. Hopefully the audio is good, but it's primarily for Neal. And if you enjoy it and get something out of it, that's fine too.
Indeed. Right, mate. If you want to grab your 7-iron out a minute, let's get you hitting a few. And what we'll do, our target is going to be, you see the right-hand turret on the pub? There's two turrets either side of the building. Yeah. The one on the right turret. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be our target. Whenever you're ready, buddy, make a few swings and let's have a look. We're going to have a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the way it goes, isn't it? First one.
But it's a little bit like when you're poorly and you go and see the doctor and you turn up at the surgery and you're fine.
I said I wasn't going to make any comments on this video because I'm flying the wall, but yeah, I just laughed at that. Does he need a lesson, Chris?
Yes.
Good.
The simple answer is yes.
Yes.
An even better answer for him is actually there's not a lot to work on.
That sounds good.
Keep on going, mate. So general strike pattern, maybe a little bit heavy?
A little bit heavy, slightly off toe.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So one of my sort of things, these aren't actually custom fit for me now.
Right.
This is a spec that I was custom fit for when I was like 18.
Okay.
That one.
There you go. Go on, mate. Just keep on going. I just want to see you hit about another 4 or 5. Okay, it sticks out like a sore thumb, which is lovely. But
oh, good.
I'm quite anal. Just like go through a little checklist, make sure I know where we're going.
That's the real bad one.
Yeah.
Yep, seen that many a times on the channel.
Right. Just give me a second, buddy. Okay, whenever you're ready. One more. That was nice, yeah?
Yeah. That's slightly right,
yeah, but that should be very decent. Yeah. Okay, just gonna have a sit down a minute, mate. I'm just gonna have a quick look. Right, so I'm happy with what we're going to do, but I'm just going to have a quick squeeze. Right, so let's get you just before you're about to hit it. So we'll start with your setup.
Yep.
Setup's really good. Feet a little bit wide, tiny bit, which is
Yep.
kind of it's just restricting your fraction in your turn, your rotation. But the ball position's great, gripping the club really nicely. So you're actually in a pretty good starting point.
Yep.
As you work the club back into the backswing, we get it back to the quarterback position. It's nice and wide. You've got
Yep.
some nice width going on there, so that's why you're able to hit it quite a long way. So you've got some real good sort of width, and then you're starting to use your hinges a little bit into the backswing. Halfway back, we get it into that lovely set position halfway.
Yeah.
Shoulders are fully rotated but at this point, and also that left knee is just coming across just a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
But I kind of know where that's coming from. It's coming from somewhere else. So, but just so what I'd like to do would be like to just shore that left side up just a fraction, but that's a little bit down the road. As you work it to the top, well, we're actually in a pretty good spot. Yeah, you're right. The club face is a little bit shut, but for me, and especially in this day and age, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And I think long gone are the days where coaches used to coach of, well, that's what the book tells us, so that's what we're going to do. You know, you look at somebody like Dustin Johnson or something like that. Technically, it's it's okay. It's not great, but it's you know, you could pick flaws in it all the way, but it works for him.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to touch this that much. For me, as soon as anybody says to me that I've got a sort of two-way miss. So you said first you said I hit a pull, then you say, well, actually that's now sort of manifested itself into hitting a fade. That to me screams one thing and one thing alone. It screams that the swing gets disjointed by some area. Now that area could be the connection with the arms. It could be the centerness of the turn and everything like that. Yours will see a little bit better when we look down the line, but I just want to show you, as you work it down, you actually get yourself into a really good spot here. Yeah. Get yourself back to impact. You've got a little bit of shaffling. Good. Yeah. Left hip's now over your left foot, so you've kind of posted that left leg, which is, you know, again, is like a sort of modern term of what we'd like to see. You're kind of hitting against that wall. Yeah. Right foot's just coming off the floor here, a little bit behind it. That's why your ball flight's probably a little bit high. Yeah. So you see, if you kind of get your spine a little bit behind it, but again, that's being caused from something else. And again, we'll go into that in a second. But you get yourself up into a really nice balanced finish. So face on, there's a lot of really good stuff going on. Really good stuff. It's down the line which I have a slight issue with. Yeah. See, every time you've got to be nice to somebody, then you can be horrible. So it's fine then. Let's get you just before you're about to hit it. Okay. So you know what I said about being disconnected? Yeah. What I want you to look at is primarily your left arm. Okay. Sounds a bit daft in a golf swing perhaps, but watch what happens with your left arm. So we'll just start at the beginning again. Posture's good. Posture's actually really nice. You got your weight on the balls of your feet. Your bum's sitting over your heels quite nicely. You're not sat back. Nice lines with your legs in your back. So you're in a good spot. Left arm. Watch the way it comes away from the body really quickly. There's this gap here. Yeah. That then means that your arm's getting disconnected from your body. Now, the easiest way of swinging a golf club is by using our trunk, by using our middle, and keeping our arms nice and stable. As soon as our arms start flying, my misses could be like that. If I actually keep my arms closer to my body and I turn, so I use my big muscles, my trunk, my lumbar, I can then manipulate the face with my bigger muscles as opposed to your hands. And at the moment, I bet it feels like you're having to square the club face.
It does feel like I have to catch up or hold it off.
You'll feel like, oh shit, that's a bit strong, and I was going to hit it left, so I've got to hold it off, and vice versa. I might hit it right, so I've got to flip it. And sorry. So I want us to get this left arm actually at that angle a bit more into the backswing. The path is actually pretty damn good. Yeah. But because the left arm gets away, watch what happens with your right elbow. Okay, so these two generally go hand in hand. Your right elbow then lifts. Yeah. So it kind of lifts into the backswing, which is why your backswing gets a little bit long. Yeah. So all of a sudden your arms are a little bit disconnected from your body. So you're now going to have to work really hard to get to the arms back working with the body again. But more importantly, you're going to have to put it back to where it started. Yeah. Now, when you're fighting against gravity and you're fighting against sort of momentum and MOI and all that rubbish, you're fighting against all these forces that just cannot let the golf club be delivered consistently. Yeah. As you work it down, the shaft gets too steep
Yeah.
because the arms are trying to fall, but they can't. And then as you get down into impact, the body's working actually okay, but your arms again are just away from your body a bit too much. But it's that position that I want to get a little bit better. Okay, I think if we can get your backswing a little bit better today, I think that position is better. And what I mean by that is that you can see how shut the face is, that you've had to flip that. Well, I want you to start manipulating the golf club with this and not this.
Okay,
So how are we going to do it? Easy peasy. I'm going to grab a wedge. So what I want you to do, okay, we're going to hit a few little sort of just wedge shots, nothing major, maybe only as far as this first green here. So what we have currently with yourself is left arm gets away from the body, right elbow lifts. So we get into this point. Now from there I've got to work really hard to not only get my arms to work here, but to lay the club down a little bit to make sure that the face is square, and make sure I match my body up so my rotation can produce the flight. That's a lot of stuff going on. We want to simplify the method down. What I want you to feel, that your left sort of bicep stays close to your chest. Okay, and I just want you to hit a couple of little half swings where, as opposed to doing that, I want you to just keep this left arm and turn. Left arm stays across my chest and we turn. Okay? That's going to manipulate the face by the turn, not your hands.
Okay.
Any questions on that?
No, that makes
All makes sense,
Because one of the things I've noticed that I'll swing at the ball, when I bring it down, the club's like that. It's resetting itself for my grip, so good if I'm hand manipulating it to square.
Well, your hands are having to work double time to square the blade up. And the problem is that when they don't, and we all have a bad day, if you get out of bed the wrong way, if you've had a Barney with the missus, whatever the case is, when you're timing it well, golf's easy. You could swing it as badly as anybody likes and you'll still hit the ball where you want it to. It's on those bad days that we want to get better. And for me, if we can increase that consistency by keeping everything more stable, you feel like this arm just stays across the chest. You'll feel that into the backswing, you'll feel that your arms are really deep. They're really behind you. That's what it's going to feel, but that's only because we've had that separation for so long. You're going to feel like you're here somewhere. You're going to feel like your arms are just so tucked into your body, you've got nowhere to go with it. So just hit a couple of little sort of halfy swings, just towards that first sort of grass area there. Okay, and I really want you to feel that left arm stays across. That's it. Perfect. Oh, and again, it will feel really weird. It does feel
strange, but
after
doing it so long, that way,
it'll just feel like the club's travelling around you way too much. Good. Because you'll notice as well, just by doing this, your ball flight will come down instantly. Instantly come down, because you're starting to deliver the club at not such a steep angle. Right, left arm, keep close to your chest. Good lad. That's really good. How does that feel?
It does feel alien. But I say after doing it that way, maybe for so long,
it's really trying to almost feel like if I'm going to put like a club shaft here or something, you're not going to hit it. You're going to feel like this is really in here, and you're going to feel it as you work it into the top. That right arm is really tucked into your side. It's going to feel tight. It's going to feel quite restrictive, but that's only because we get into that lift area. We're absolutely behind the 8 ball.
Right.
Okay. Stop there. Don't move. Don't move. Look where the club face is now. So much more neutral. On the camera, it was there. So we've actually. So although you're still producing a draw flight, you're not manipulating it.
No. It's just literally the body turning and hitting it.
That's the whole point. That's the whole crux of why we're trying to get you to do it. If you think about it, if I kind of put the club just above my belly button, and I turn, have a look where the club face is. That's where we want it. We don't want it here, and we certainly don't want it here.
No.
We want it so it just stays nicely in control with the body. The body and the arms are nicely connected, and we're going to produce a flight that we want. Is it a couple more? Just tiny swings. Just that little sort of rehearsal. That's it. Keep it nice and tight. Lovely. Lengthen that swing up a bit now for me, mate. So we're going to play like a little sort of 3/4 wedge.
Right.
There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. And that to you feels like you're hardly doing anything, right?
It feels like I'm swinging to there.
Yeah. Okay, just get yourself going again. Hang on a second. Okay, so you're going to play a nice little 3/4 wedge, but I want that left arm close to the body.
Yeah.
Where did that one go?
That went left. But
yeah, just caught the mat there, didn't
Yeah.
you? Just come and have a little look at that last one. I know it quite wasn't the flight, but have a look. So, you remember your left arm going back was at that angle,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So your left arm's that angle.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're after. Now watch what happens when you get to the top of the swing. I can now see a lot less gap with your right elbow.
yeah.
Club face is a little squarer, which is obviously not a bad idea, but watch what happens on the way down. Club is now starting to lay down
Yeah.
a little bit more. It's not as steep and it's not as upright. The club is lovely behind you. It's in a perfect position here. Bang on.
Yeah.
Club's now pointing where we want the ball to go. You just caught the mat a little bit, but what I love about this, and this is the big thing I really enjoy about this swing now, is watch what happens to the face. Doesn't get flipped.
Yeah.
Doesn't get flipped. Doesn't get flipped. So we're getting away from you using these
Yeah.
and
So
these
it's more of that.
to that.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. That'll bring your ball flight down, that'll give you a bit more consistency. So we're going to make some slightly fuller swings now. So you're going to hit a couple of nice full wedge shots.
Yeah.
Okay. Really concentrate. Left arm is going to stay across your chest. That's the big move I want us to get better today.
Yeah.
I can't get you hitting it any better than that. That strike is
Yeah.
perfect.
That was.
That's so high it's in the clouds.
Is that a wedge?
Yeah.
Well, it's only because I got my little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, isn't it?
No, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing, the swing feels
Longer
really
levers,
short.
mate.
Does it?
It does feel really short.
Hang on him. Go. That's lovely. Where did that go? That should be nice.
Pretty straight, slightly left.
Yeah.
Right left, yeah.
Let's go now. That was a nice little draw though, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch. You said it feels short?
It does feel short.
Yeah. No.
Jeez.
But that is a really good spot. You've got some nice width with your hands in your head.
Yeah.
Your hands are not as high, which I like your arms.
Yeah.
Your arm swing being a little shorter, a little deeper. But watch what happens here. Look at that shaft lean now. Really compressing that ball. But look, there's no flip. Your left forearm's still higher than your right, which means that you can't flip it. If that makes sense. And there's just no hint of a flip there. Absolutely nothing. It's really good, mate. How does it feel? Still quite alien?
It does, but I say that was like the first couple of full swings. So
yeah. I'm going to give you your 8 iron. I'm not going to give you your 7 because we'll be knocking it onto the 10th fairway. It is a bit down. It is a bit down breeze, so we can't all be you.
Welcome to my world. Having to play against them all the time. Yeah.
So just get that feeling, get that feeling, that motion of you almost feel that you're kind of squeezing your left armpit in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the old one.
That's the old
I
one.
was just watching your hands at the top and they were very high again.
Yeah. So he's getting it to go. Right.
Left arm across your chest. Morning, Keith. That's what we're after. See your arm swings just a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I know you caught the mat there a fraction, but your arm swings just a little bit deeper. It's a little bit more connected here. And you can then start it just to the right of target and bring it back where before you could start it left and right. You know.
Yeah.
This game is difficult enough, and especially if we have a two-way miss.
Yeah.
If we've got a one-way miss, this game's a hell of a lot easier. If you can aim it down one side, might be left, might be right. Doesn't really matter really. But if you can aim it down one side and be pretty confident it's not going to finish up on that side, the golf course all of a sudden becomes a lot bigger.
Oh yeah.
You know, where if you stand there and you go, well, I could hit it 40 yards left, 40 yards right. This game is really difficult.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to get that one-way miss first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that left arm, squeeze it right into the chest, and then you'll feel when you get up to the top, you feel like this arm just stays a bit. You feel like your right elbow just stays a bit more tucked. That's going to be our next feeling. So it's your left arm kind of to this kind of quarterback position, and it's that right arm just folds and stays closer to the chest, but closer to your side. Sorry. Yeah. But I just want us to get this feeling of this left arm staying across your chest just a little bit more into the backswing. See, I like that.
It's a better flight.
And I know you've called it fat, but I like what the ball's doing. You can actually start it to the right target. Any questions? Any thoughts? Anything?
So that all makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just ingraining it in.
Yeah, because obviously you know it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. You can see that you've just tinkered down the years. Yeah. And as you said, as we were driving down about the whole, you know, you play with somebody, they'll give you a tip, or they'll say, well, I think you're doing this, I think you're doing that, and you can just see it's a bit of a mishmash of stuff. Yeah. Where actually, if we can get it more solid.
I would just like to point out that's not me. All right, I don't do that.
No, I did say good golfers.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think for me, and especially because with yourself, you've got great hand-eye ball coordination. Yeah. So the strike is generally going to be pretty decent. You've got some levers and you're a big lad, so distance is going to be no option. Yeah. You know, no problem as such. For me, it's just trying to deliver the golf club much more consistently. Yeah. You know. And again, then, bud. Okay. Let's watch you get a couple more. So really keep that left arm nicely across your chest. You feel the club just gets a little bit deep, a little bit behind you into the backswing. Again, I know you've matted it a little bit, but I just...
The ball flight is...
It's just what we want. It's kind of starting sort of middle, you know, what looks like an elevator shaft on the brown building. Yeah. It's kind of starting on that, maybe just hair left and just moving gently in the air.
Back, yeah. And they're all on a line as well, rather than...
Well, you can, I know, you know, your strike is going to get out a little bit. As soon as we start playing with the golf swing, the strike timing gets out a little bit because it's new, it's different. The club will travel a different distance, all that crap. But I think if we can start it online consistently, the more we ingrain that, the more the strike will get back into some kind of normality again, you know? Yeah. So go on, mate, just hit a couple more. Really, I'm going to take one. Okay, and I just want you to really try and feel, you overdo it. I really want you to feel that left arm gets across the body, and then the right arm just folds a little bit. Yeah, right elbow folds into your side. That's it. Perfect. Where'd that go? Tiny bit left, maybe?
Bit left, yeah.
Tiny bit left.
Wasn't too bad though, was it? No.
Left chimney.
Yeah, that's, yeah, well, missed your target by 4 or 5 yards. It's not too bad. Just watch what happens here, mate. It's so much better. You need to see your arm is now down. Still like that a little bit more, if I'm honest, just to tuck it in. But watch what happens at the top now. Arm swings a little shorter, right elbow's tucked in a bit. I really like that, because when we compare it to this one, where's he gone? Where are you now? There you go. Nope. Hang on a minute. So I just loaded the wrong one. That's good, isn't it? Which one is it? It is that one there. So that's not. Do you know what? I'm now starting to feel what it's like for old people in technology. It's not good, is it? It is not good. Right. Down the line, down the line, down the line. Where are we here? Down the line is there. Just going to show you. So you got before and after. That's obviously before. Yeah. See how much gap there is with your right arm. See how long the swing gets. So much more on plane it is. Yeah, it's like you said, face is a tiny bit shut, but we don't mind that because we want to see the golf ball move a bit, right? So that, but that just looks like a different golfer. Because in this one, as soon as you start playing it down, you see how steep the shaft gets.
I mean, my hand's covering my face in that first one, though, so
completely. Where here, you see how much more behind you, kind of to the right of you, the golf club is. Really good, really good. And again, Do you want me to send you these so you
I was
can?
just going to say, if you send them, I will try and match them up, but I don't necessarily know which order they're going to.
Well, I can send you them out with a little note saying which ones are which.
Good idea.
That's it. Perfect. That's actually quite a nice little drill for you to do, to feel that this left bicep stays nicely across the chest.
Yeah.
And then from there it's across the chest, fold the right arm.
Keep the arm, yeah.
It's almost like if you and John were sharing a room somewhere, and you're going to serve him a drink.
Yeah.
Trying to get that elbow.
I like the idea of him serving me drinks.
That idea. No, I've just got this vision of you. Do you remember the 1980s, the martini girl on the roller skates
absolutely.
in the little skirt? Yeah, I've just got this thing in my head about that. I don't know why. So left forearm in. That's it. That's lovely, mate. That's a really nice first movement. But have a look where the ball's gone.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Not as bad a miss as before.
It's an absolutely, for you, that's an horrific strike.
Yeah.
But it's not gone here.
There's no miss.
It's not gone 50, 60 yards left. It's gone at our target.
Yeah.
It's gone with the shape we want, but more importantly, the big thing for me from a coaching standpoint is that the ball started where we want it to start. That was one of the big things I first learned when I first got out on any of the tours that I was on, was you've got to start it online.
Yeah.
If you don't start it online, you're absolutely crushed, because well, you've got to manipulate it to get it back online.
Yeah, that's it.
You know. So
the flight is much lower as well, which
is kind of what we're after as well, isn't it?
I've always hit it high, and this is nice now to hit it.
But you'll also find now you'll be able to hit a little knockdown shot.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to before, everything would have been quite hard.
Yeah.
And you would have been really getting on top of it, which creates more spin. So you always struggle, I would guess, and I'm only guessing.
Yeah. Any time I tried to hit a knockdown, it would fly higher.
It would pop.
Yeah.
Where actually now, all you got to do is just slow that swing down a fraction. And you watch that ball flight just literally drop off a cliff. Yeah. So left forearm across the chest. That's it. Lovely. A little bit. That's probably about as bad as it's going to get nowadays. That started more on the turret and kind of worked off it. So that's definitely not what we want to see.
I felt like that was a bit handsy from me anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, anytime with your golf swing now that you see the golf ball moving a lot, it's primarily going to be you manipulating the face a little bit. That was very much the old one, Neil.
Yeah.
Very much. That left arm really got away from you into the backswing. Get yourself set up again. Just work it sort of foot way back. That's it. Keep that arm close to you. And again, just go down to the side. So if I'm putting it here, I definitely don't want to see that shaft being in touch.
Yeah.
Keep it inside that shaft. That's it. So like I said, you'll really feel that everything's so tight.
Yeah.
Probably a reaction to the last shot, to be fair.
I'm going to start shouting four soon.
You're all right. It's only Don. Just give him a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, this would be quite a good time. Try and knock one down. Try and play like a little, like you're just going to bump it forward kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you know you're playing somewhere, bit of breeze. Going to just knock that shot down. Not quite. Just so the hands just get involved there. Keep them out of play. Just let the body take care of it. It will take a bit of time to trust it.
So that's the amount of years doing it one way and then trying to.
Go on. Again, this little half, little three-quarter, just knock that flight down. Left arm stays close to the chest, and then turn.
Feel the hands just flipping over.
But you can feel that now, right?
Yeah.
Whereas before you wouldn't really know where that came from. Just let the body rotate, let it turn. Don't let the hands get involved. It will literally feel like you're a wooden top. It'll feel like you're just doing that. You feel like you know hardly anything's going on. Where in fact there's enough going on anyway. And again, little knockdown. Take the spin off it. There you go. Have a look where the face was. It wasn't manipulated at all. It's nice and square. And I know that feels like you're literally doing that.
I say the swing feels like I'm literally swinging to like there and back.
Well, you're definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
I can see the views on this going massive because you'll be watching it every day. Just to say, well, which bit do you mean? Yeah.
anybody that's got like AirPlay will be like, right, I'm just going to watch something on TV a minute.
See, I love that. Just lower that is, Neil.
That is good, isn't it?
That's lovely. And that to you feels like hardly nothing's going on?
It doesn't feel like I'm even swinging.
Yeah, perfect. Well, that's what we want. What was the first thing I said? We want to simplify it down.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. We'll hit a few more. We've got a bit of time on our hands. That sounded okay. Tiny bit matty.
A little bit batty in there.
How's that starting to feel?
It's starting to feel a bit more like it's ingraining itself.
Bedding in a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just get yourself back to the start again. So it all makes sense, yeah? It all makes sense. As this works in, that works closer to the body, and then that works in here. So I'm really kind of pushing that in there like that. From there, I just want you to feel that your body rotates out the way. So there was always going to be 3 kind of stages to our first session together.
Yeah.
Keeping it connected, letting the body unwind.
Yeah.
If we can mix those 3 in, and that's quite a lot of information.
Yeah.
Generally within a golf lesson, 1 maybe 2 things at most, because as humans we are all pretty thick. Yeah. So you know we can't compute all the information. But I think for yourself, I think those kind of 2 movements go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just want to see you finish up in a minute, but I just want to see you just start to unwind the body a little bit better. You're going to really feel that you're open at impact. Your body's really kind of unwinding. It's going to just encourage the club to get laid down a bit. It's going to encourage that face to be coming in a little bit squarer. But more importantly, and the whole thing about it, is that we get away from the flip. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to feel it impact. Your sort of belt buckle is going to be pointing towards the target a little bit more.
Yeah.
Almost. Strike gets out, ball does what we want it to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Lovely. And again, just tiny bit handsy. See, there was a little bit of movement on the ball there. Left arm in, rotate. That's it, perfect. It's a lovely little pre-swing drill there, mate. Tiny bit matty, starts just right at target, finishing 15 feet left of it.
Yeah. And on a grand scale of thing, hitting into a green.
Well, when you think there was a I think it might have been Emma actually, isn't it? Was it Emma put something on the channel or maybe on her own Instagram about about the misses.
How many misses in professionals? Yeah.
And the European Tour average, the tolerance that they apparently try and work for is 10% of the yardage. Yeah. So if your 8 iron goes what 160, something like that, you've got 8 yards either side of a tolerance for a European Tour standard. So if you're hitting a shot and you're missing your target by 15-20 feet, well, we need to think about you having a career change, because you know you should be out there playing. That's where you're still going to have the odd shot that's not going to be ideal, but primarily we're trying to get your tolerances from that to that. And if we can do that, then we've got half a chance. Yeah. You know.
But it's definitely feels like I'm not putting as much effort in.
Yeah. Left arm towards the chest. Rotate the body. Lovely. Starts absolutely straight and just goes straight. Not really moved.
It does feel so much better.
It should hopefully feel easier.
Yeah, I think before I felt like I was swinging and then having to hit it.
Get yourself set up. Just take it up to the top and stop. That was your old position.
Let's feel.
See how disconnected that is.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you know, I do use that word a lot because I do believe that because your hands and arms are the only thing that make contact with the golf club,
well, yeah,
they've got to be connected to the body as well. Yeah. Because otherwise you've got a missing link almost.
Yeah, you've got too much margin for error when they're loose, yeah.
You're then relying on timing, you're relying on your hand-eye ball coordination, which again, going back to what I said about 20 minutes ago, that's fine, but it's not going to give you consistency. It's just not. You know, and that's why we could try and move the body and the arms stay a bit more as a sort of unit and don't get disconnected. Yeah. Go on then, buddy. A few more. The heavy one comes from is there's just a little bit of a mix between the two. It kind of gets into a better position and then it kind of sort of gets a bit too steep here, where if we can get it into a better position here and then just rotate, that rotation will just drop the club down into the slot a little bit better. Okay, it's like a hybrid version. That was nice. Where'd the ball go? Oh yeah. Oh, sit down. That's on him. Oh, we're okay. Starting to feel okay. Yeah. It said it will feel a bit alien.
But even I mean, just hitting it down there, the dispersion is just straight away.
Well, we're having it you hit one or two that went left of the mound there, left of the old wall. Yeah. Where even the bad ones now you're hitting, they're not missing the building, if that makes sense. You know, they're not going left of the left target now.
You've been inside, you say the two turrets there.
And when you think, you know, the average green width is what, 20 yards or so, 25 yards, well, you're not really going to be missing too many greens. No. You know,
obviously I'm no expert here, but I'm watching every shot. Yeah, you do not have a right miss anymore.
No.
Right. But occasional left miss, that's fine, but most of them are straight or slightly right to left.
This is what I'm saying, is that you get one miss, this game's easy. Well, easier. This game's never easy. Yeah. You haven't missed one shot right. You've hit one that started about 20 feet right and went pretty straight.
Yeah.
Kiss of death.
I wouldn't ever class that as a miss.
No.
You know? See, that's the old one. You can see how high your hands get. You've got to get those hands lower. Hands have to be a little bit more in sync. Where did that go?
Left turret.
Straight, slightly towards left turret. Yeah.
And again. That was beautiful. Where did that go?
Straight.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked gorgeous. Yeah, come and have a little look at that, mate. That was really tidy. What's the date today?
9th. Is it 9th?
9th. So I'm just going to try and...
We did track of days in Cornwall and time. Doesn't exist, does it?
It's where the phrase "albeit be with you directly" comes from. I'm sure of it. I used to think directly meant directly.
Yeah, no.
It means when I can be asked.
Well, exactly.
It? So,
manana, mate,
so we've got a before and after. So you see how much here, the old one, it's really high. It's really behind you, close to your head. Where here you have the width, you have everything else that we need. As you work it down, you get yourself into a good spot. But here, it really is starting to lead.
There's a bit more.
You got that more shaft, you got that more compression. That all this stuff that we want to see within a golf swing, you're starting to really get it now. Yeah. And it will feel weird, and especially when we're not going to do it today, but especially when we move up the bag and we get you into 5 irons and hybrids and drivers, it will feel really weird. Yeah. Especially with the driver, because it will feel like the swing is kind of here somewhere. Yeah. Whereas before we kind of know it always got a little bit long. I know when we did that fitting with Dan that time, and you were there, and the swing kind of got quite long and Larry, but we kind of just need to bring that in a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, well, you hit it a long way, but they're so wild sometimes to drive.
And that's the thing, you know, we could almost sacrifice a bit of distance to keep it straighter, but I don't think we need to. I think there's enough good stuff in your golf swing to be able to still hit at the distance you want, but also bring your misses in a little bit more. Right, let's hit a few more then, bud. Any questions? Because I've waffled very well, to be fair.
No, so it just all makes sense.
Yeah, okay, good.
The results are there showing for themselves.
Yeah.
You told me this was a 20-minute video, Chris.
Well, you know me, John, for somebody with a speech impediment, you wouldn't think I'd talk as much, would you? That's it. Left arm across the body. Right arm's tucked. Oh, no, don't do that. The tough old school.
Lost concentration, gone back to the old.
That's the thing, it is keeping that concentration.
Keeping that grind.
Yeah.
There. It unwinds. The more your body unwinds, the more it pulls the club down. Which for you is exactly what we need. Nope. No. You can see the hands take over as well, they just flip it. Come on, get that left arm across the chest. Start it. That's it. Start it just to the right of target. Bring them back. There you go.
Yep, back on track.
Show the turret.
You see, we're not sacrificing yardage.
No.
To be fair, for how far you hit it, and especially bringing your tolerances in, what are you off at the moment?
Was it 13.7
yeah,
index?
we've got to be looking at 7 or 8 quite quickly, really. I think that's a fair.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, you're off your handicap. I'll be seeing if you want to play in some pro-ams, I think.
He's getting the feel now in the shorter clubs, and there's the transitioning obviously up to longer clubs.
Yeah, and I said it will feel weird. It will, and it will feel a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But you know, as long as you make a golf swing, if the arms get disconnected as much as they were, obviously they're not nowhere near as much, but as much as they were, then we're in a little bit of trouble. But you can feel that now, right?
Yeah.
Just
I
watch
can feel it as soon as I get to there on the downswing. I know. Yeah.
Just watching it, you can just see how kind of tight, and then it goes like that.
Yeah.
Where actually, when I use my body, I can just maintain that width. That's it. That's exactly what we're after. That little movement that you just did. Yeah, perfect. Body shifts and unwinds. Club square. Almost. Yeah. Like I said, after one session, you've stopped the golf ball going right.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a nice place to be. We've brought the ball flight down a bit.
We stopped the big left.
And we've stopped the huge left. You know, there was, you know, John said, you know, I've seen that shot on the channel before that. You know, missing your target by, what's that got to be? It's got to be 60, 70 yards.
Yeah, seriously out of bounds sometimes.
Well, you go, well, you know, with an 8 iron, I know, well,
yeah.
I know plenty of blokes who'd be throwing their clubs in a lake somewhere. I like that one.
Yeah.
I know it's maybe 10 feet right, but I like that.
Yeah.
It's a very neutral ball flight. You can see the ball's just wanted to, just when it reaches the apex, it just wants to just drop.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
But no, it's definitely feeling, well, I don't really have to put the effort. I don't feel like I have to swing.
Did it actually feel, because obviously it did look that way, but did it feel that you had to really make a lot of, like, there was a lot of energy going into a golf swing?
I think, yeah, because obviously it was so high,
yeah.
I had to sort of dip, but when I was dipping it was, yeah.
Okay. Well, no, it's
you see it on the channel all the time when I watch them over, because I'm editing and things. It really looks like you're putting so much effort into
it
the
feels
big
like I was
shots.
up and then had to really sort of.
And you've been saying you've been having some back problems issues recently, and I can see why.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And your back issues, if you kind of get into this lift position, your back issues will be kind of there somewhere. They should be. Yeah.
So like,
be
like a tennis ball in the lower part of your back.
Just above the lower bit. Yeah. Because your spine and your back is not designed to do that.
Yeah.
It's designed to do that. It's not designed to do that.
No.
So as soon as you start putting that much pressure on it, it's gonna blimmin' hurt, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I've never had any back issues, because you can't really damage fat, can you?
Oh well.
You know, you can't really pull it.
Yes, you can. Believe me. Mine's just well insulated.
That was totally.
That was. Do you know what? That wasn't that bad. I was surprised to see it go that way. I would have thought if we got that one on camera, you'd just maybe just flipped it a little bit.
Yeah.
But actually that action looked a lot better.
Yeah. So one of the things I've thought is, like, are the irons fitted right? And
I think, to be fair, I think what you've got there is amply good enough for a minute. I wouldn't look at changing too much because hopefully we are going to change your golf swing quite a bit. I don't think you need to look at changing yet. I really don't. Really don't. See, that's nice. I know it's drifted, you know what, 20 feet, 25 feet left of target.
It's not as,
no, it's not as wild.
It's not as consistently 20, 30 yards right.
Yeah.
It was a gentle drift, wasn't it? It wasn't a...
Sorry about that, I had a curry last night.
Very good.
Thank you. Tell your friends I'm here all week. I just like that there, right? I really like that, those last two, and I know they've missed left the target, but you can see you're really, really working really hard to just keep the club face square. Yeah. Whereas before you had to look like you had to do all sorts with it. It now looks like you're just having to rotate to square it up, which is exactly where we want to be. I mean, you know, that's the spot. You know, we talked about it right at the beginning. We want to manipulate the face by the big muscles, not our twitch muscles. Yeah. A couple more, buddy, and we'll go in. We'll go and fetch him. Nope. Where'd that go? Should have gone left. That's right, short, you're fine. Yeah. 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 Keep those arms in, mate. Just you can just see the kind of gap.
So keep that in.
The gap just kind of gets here, and then it gets lifted. Or we kind of want it sort of here, and then rotated behind you a little bit more.
Keep it in.
So it is to you. It's just going to feel like the club's sort of, you know, you're almost going to feel that your right hand's scratching your right bum cheek into the backswing almost. That was nice. That was lovely. Again, missed your target by what, 6-8 yards, I suppose, but from 160, 170, it's not the end, of the world.
I might have cracked the alignment off, but
yeah, you're gotta say your general alignment is pretty decent. Most of the people that teach is generally the fundamentals. I think any golf coaches out there will tell you that. We get people to stand to it, to aim to it, to have the right ball position, the right grip, and apart from that, you've got to do some pretty stuff to mess it up, really. No. Definitely not. Stop that. Go and sit on the naughty step for 5 minutes, Neil, if you're going to swing it like that. You can just see because all I'm watching is the gap between your left forearm and your sort of torso. You just see that as soon as that gap increased, we're just in trouble. We're in so much trouble.
Squeeze it in.
That's it. Just squeeze him. Good. There you go. Just held the face off to kind of. It's a kind of reaction to the last shot. Yeah. But you can see how much better this ball flight comes down, starts to the right target.
It's quite nice. I've got something that I can sort of work on at home, or.
But also as well, and I'm a big fan of this. I'm not sure if most coaches are as such, but I'm a big fan that you should send your pupil away to almost be able to self-analyze. Yeah. Well, now that if your golf ball starts turning left quite hard, that's you using your hands, and it's going to get out of place here. Yeah. If it kind of starts just the right target and goes straight, well, actually that's a pretty decent swing. You just need to turn the body a little bit more. So you've got those kind of two areas now where primarily we know it's 98-99% golf balls are turning a bit too much. So it's where you get lifty and then you flip. Yeah. So we've just got to get away from that a little bit. So arms tucked into the body and then turn. You can turn as hard as you want onto it. When I said as hard as you want, I didn't mean that you're going to hit it onto the actual patio of the pub there, mate.
No, we've got a super launch.
Yeah. Couple more, mate, and we'll go fetch them. We're running way over, but I don't know, I'm having a lovely time.
He loves being on camera, does Chris, doesn't he? Eh?
Wow, that's all it is, John.
Absolutely.
He's a natural.
My family always said I was a show-off. Not sure at what.
Well.
No.
You started laughing at Chris, that's your problem.
Being idiots again. Come on, left arm in. Yeah, tuck those arms close to the body and then turn for me, mate. There we go. There we go.
Lovely.
That's
I stop there.
That's the one.
Yep.
And you see, you're not sacrificing distance or nothing.
No.
Let's go and fetch him. Let's go get him. Or do you want to do a little bit with Neal for a minute while I go and get him, John?
Can do, yeah.
Well, I don't mind.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, of course I don't mind. No, it's fine.
That looked fantastic, actually.
I
I've
know.
I've watched every single shot.
Yeah, it's strange because after doing it so long for so many years, doing it a certain way, to change it does feel weird.
It's going to take
but
a long
it's
time.
going to take time, yeah. But
that was so good.
Yeah, I mean, compared to what I was missing 8 irons.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, especially if we and you play green sums, I don't want to have to hit 60 irons to left and right. Okay.
No.
I'm much better on my short game now. I can deal with that.
Yeah. But the dispersion definitely is coming in tighter. It's just ingrained in that, and I've got something I can work on at home now. Just keeping.
I think that's it, because it's actually. I think Chris would probably say this is absolutely correct. It's a simple change.
Yeah.
He's looked at you. He's an expert eye, and he's gone. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And you've been working on this game for years by yourself, going, I'm changing this, I'm changing that, I'm altering, I'm looking at a video.
Yeah.
Or whoever.
I've gone from like really sort of strong grip. I've corrected my grip's no neutral. Done that myself, but I can look at my swing and go, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. I don't know how to fix it. So Chris's eye can help, and he can sort of fix that.
Yeah.
And so far,
you can say anything like that because he's miles away down there now.
Yeah, he's
But to be honest, that was fabulous.
Yeah. No, that definitely. Yeah.
I'm going to give you a lot of thought. I can see you'll be meshing my way home now, going, oh, I've got a lot to think about.
Yeah, definitely progression.
You don't have a lot to think about. You just have a few things to think about.
And as I said, it's something I can grab a club at home and just get that feeling of keeping that left arm in.
I think that's it. You don't even have to go and hit balls. No. You can just do that at home and just get that muscle memory into your brain and work it out. Because the ones that went wrong was when suddenly you just went back, you reverted back to the old.
But then that's obviously the old swing is muscle memory. Yeah. Now it's getting the new one to override the old one.
Well, your old Neal is 13 point whatever.
Yeah.
The new Neal is, as we've said, and as we've discussed already, and now Chris is kind of confirming, is getting into those mid-low single figures.
Single figures, yeah.
So to do that, listen to the man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So,
but hopefully, progression has started.
Well, I certainly think it has. You just got to go and work on it now. But that was just fabulous. This is about an hour-long video, so we're quite happy to do that. We're just going to do a fly on the wall video. Hopefully the audio works all right. We'll try a new camera. But to be honest, this is for you. This video is for you. Other people will watch it. They might get something out of it, and I think people will. It's just a very simple change. A lot of people may have the same issue. But right now, all these videos we're going to do are for you. We're putting them on the channel so you can re-watch them and watch them over and over again. Please do watch the adverts. Yeah,
I'll probably I'll just put it on. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna. Anybody with airdrop, as I said, I'll just put something on TV a minute. Watch it.
Here we go again. Watch myself on video. So, thank you very much to Neal for allowing us to come and watch his lessons. It's the first of hopefully many. Yeah. It's not called a journey. It's just a revamp view.
Get into my goal.
Get into your stuff. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you very much to the man down there. We'll try to zoom see if we can find him. Is he down there somewhere? Oh, there he is. Hang on. There he is. There's the man himself. Look. Oh, bit shaky. Must put this on the ground next time. Right. So again, thank you very much to Chris Gill, and obviously the NEWQUAY Golf Club for allowing us to come and do this here. Well done, mate. Really enjoyed that. A lot of fun. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. Do all those things. Hit thumbs up. Do all the usual stuff. Come and watch Neal. Well, we think improve, because it's certainly going to happen, mate.
Fingers crossed.
Bye,
Thanks
everybody.
for watching.